really, really glad I'm not hiking today. Holy crap. Look at the rain coming off that roof. Gotta sneak around. I made a spill in the break room over here. The hiker lounge, I mean. Sneaking around the corner. Trying not to get all muddy. Whew.
For something and start coming back the other way.
Fill it in, yeah.
I did Sobo and I loved it.
Did you?
Yeah.
I thought that'd be a pretty awesome way to do it. I think though, yeah. I mean, the options are open. We're just here.
Yeah.
Do what we feel called to do, and I'm hoping to be done by August-ish. Sarah's gonna wrestle again this year, so wrestling season starts. Well, probably about September for her. And for her sisters.
This is a place that was Red Banks as part of a rafting company, and now they're leasing their land because it's the only way they can make money. But it used to be like a little park over here where people would go. Well, they'd raft down for the day, and USA Raft kind of sold spots over there and everything. But it was a whole like everything, picnic ground, campers, all kinds of stuff down there. It's all gone. And this was the linear trail right over here. It's all gone, so you can't ride the bikes into town on the linear trail anymore. You gotta go through the main roads. But all that was like much more beautiful than what you see right now.
Yeah.
This is BRP, Blue Ridge Paddle. They went out. They're not out of business, but they got hit really hard. That's like a $1 million building that got destroyed.
Alright, so I got I just did a resupply in town. I've got this Alaska curry noodles. I took the package, I took the food out and put it into a Ziploc bag so it's easier to carry, and I'll just cook it in my pot. I've got beef pho. So I got two containers of the curry, one of the beef pho. I got some fig bars. What else do I have here? Oh, I got some sweet chili noodle bowl. That's a little heavy, so it'll be my first meal out of town. It's like 8 ounces. A little ditch with cardboard. We've got a fire pit going, so I'll be putting all the cardboard here into the fire pit. I've got some Nature's Bakery raspberry fig bars. I got 3 more packets of this split pea soup, which I really like. I didn't get the black bean soup this time because I like the pea soup better. What else do I have? I've got organic oat and grain honey granola. This will be my breakfast food. I will make, basically I'll boil the water and add some of this, and that'll be my breakfast. I got some cheese, pepper jack, and Swiss. I couldn't get the mashed potatoes that I like, which is a little disappointing. But yeah. So what else do I have? I've got some LaBar bars. I got some beef jerky. We'll have to see what else I have when I get to my next hike, my first town. April 1st, hikers getting ready to leave Uncle Johnny's, waiting for the raft to get going so we can get across the river. Some of these guys are going into town to resupply, but most of us are getting ready to hike out of here. Everybody's lining up. I want to be the first to cross because I'm not the fastest hiker in the world. So I'm gonna get in line. Get out of here first. I was the first to cross. You can see the whole line of people over on the other side waiting to cross. I didn't pull out my camera while we were coming across because I was afraid I would kind of felt like I was gonna fall out. But now we're gonna cross the last little bit. Shoes are slightly wet, which isn't fun, but they'll dry out. It's pretty cold. I'm gonna start moving so I can get warm. Right, so somewhere over here is I guess right there is easy to cross. So I'm gonna get across here and start hiking. So you can see the dump trucks over there. There's a steady stream of them going past Uncle Johnny's hostel down this road to carrying fill and rock and stuff to help fill in the damage of the river. There's like 7 right now that I can see. But yeah, there's a constant stream of them going past Uncle Johnny's. I don't know where all they're going, but found where the dump trucks are unloading their cargo and moving back. Rumor has it these dump trucks are making $900 per day to haul stone back and forth from town. So, you know, if you have a dump truck, you want to make $900 a day, this might be the job for you. Good morning. It is still April 1st. It is about 10:54 and I've come just about 2 miles since I started about an hour and a half ago. I'm gonna do another 2.5 miles to Curly Maple Gap Shelter or whatever it's called, and then I'm gonna stop and have breakfast or lunch or something before doing a few more miles. I'd like to get 8 in today. We'll see. The shelter is 4.2 out of town, so something like that. So a pretty good hike. I should be there if I can keep going at the speed that I've been doing. I should get there in about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. We'll see what time I get there. There's multiple small streams on your hike out of Uncle Johnny's in Erwin, Tennessee. So I currently have no water on my pack, which saves me weight as I hike up out of town. There's a shelter in about 2 miles where I'll be stopping for a lunch and some water, and then I got another 2 miles or so before I stop hiking past streams. So for 6 miles or so today I won't have to carry any water. When I get to the shelter I will stop though. Well, sitting down for a brief break. Curly Maple Gap Shelter is 1.6 miles ahead and up 930 feet, so it's pretty steep up. Not great, but I can do it. Just gonna go slow and take my time. It's about 11:30 now, so hopefully I can get there by 1, and then I'll have lunch and take a break and get back on trail by 1:30 or 2. Little salamander. Hey, little guy. You're gonna get stepped on there. Come on. It's noon. on April 1st. I still have about a mile, 1.3 miles up to the shelter where I'm going to stop for lunch. So I got about an hour, maybe a little longer than an hour of hiking left before I can stop for lunch. But I just took off my long underwear that I was wearing because it was so cold this morning. I left my pants back at the Uncle Johnny's hostel, so I'm hiking in my kilt full time now. And see how it goes. I'm going to put my pack on in a second and keep hiking up the hill. So this final half a mile push up to the shelter is really, really steep and rocky. I mean, it's not too bad. I mean, it's steep, but I can do it. But man, look at that rock. It almost reminds me of Pennsylvania. Anyway, it's not exactly switchbacks, but it's like running up along the edge of a ridge. So it's kind of sort of switchback-esque. Oh, whew. I'm gonna have a big meal when I get up to the shelter. I was thinking. All right, so I'm sitting on a log. Don't know what type of mushrooms those are down there. Reddish, growing off whatever this dead log is. Anyway, I'm half a mile from the shelter. I only have 161 feet of incline to the shelter, so that's basically flat. But I got about a half a mile to go. Walking next to this stream, but it's too difficult to get to. It's not even listed as a water source because of how difficult it is to get to. Even though I'm literally right next to it. Literally no easy way to get down to it without, breaking a leg. So I'm just gonna push on to the shelter even though I'm thirsty. Once I get there, I'll stop and I'll make lunch, Hey guys, I'm at the Curly Knob shelter, and I'm gonna do some make a lunch, and I figured I'd show you guys what I'm doing. Currently, I got some water filtering over here. See, I have water filtering right here. Alright, and let's start. First, I brought out some chips. They're probably powdered by now. They've been in my pack for the last 4 or 5 miles. But I'll have them later. Alright, so I got some food here that I packed out. I got a couple blocks of cheese. I got Swiss and pepper jack. I've got some chips that I'm going to mix in, jalapeno chips that I'm going to mix into something. Got some ramen. A lighter I use is a torch style lighter. I like it because it'll light even in high wind. I can light it. So, some jerky. Let's see what else I have. This is the mashed potatoes I'm gonna have for lunch. And I got some. What else do I have? Oh yeah, I got some hot dogs in here that I'm gonna have a hot dog with my lunch to lighten my pack a little. If I can find them. They're in here somewhere. There they are. Alright. Alright, so I'm going to have a couple of these hot dogs. They're the Johnsonville jalapeno cheddar, and I'm going to mix some cheese into my mashed potatoes and cook up a meal. So I will bring you back once I get... Alright, so this is the stove I'm carrying. It's the BRS 3000T. It's a titanium stove, the smallest, lightest stove on the market. You can get it on Amazon for like 16, 17 bucks. I've got a fuel canister. The pot that I have is a Toaks 900 milliliter pot. The fuel canister, the 8-ounce fuel canister fits perfectly upside down in the pot. And the reason I store it upside down is because the plastic lid keeps it. If you store it like this, then you'll get rust around the edge. in the bottom of the pot. But if you store it upside down, the plastic will keep it from rusting. And oh, I guess I forgot to clean my pot when I was at Uncle Johnny's. That's bad. I should have cleaned my pot. So fortunately, I've got a lot of water. There's a really nice spring here. You do have to scoop it, but that's okay because I got a scoop. I have a. All right, so I cleaned out my pot a little bit. And I got my stove screwed onto my my jet boil fuel. And you can buy any fuel canisters. They're all interchangeable. The store that I was at had the NOC had the jet boil canisters for like $7. So the MRS canisters, which are exactly the same, were like $2 more. So I went for the jet boil. So got some water in my pot. Gonna put it up on the stove. Gonna grab my lighter, and then I'm going to carefully get ready to light. All right. I am going to try to turn the knob here. Let's be smart about this. Take the water off the thing so you don't spill it. Turn the knob until the fuel starts running, and then hit the torch. Oh, that wasn't enough. All right. Get it burning and hit it. And now I've got fire. Ooh, magic fire. Now I'll put my cold water on top, and I will put the lid on that. And in about 3 or 4 minutes, I should have hot water. And then I gotta put my sausages in. Let me do that real quick. All right, so I got a couple hot dogs in the water, and I will, as the water boils, that will cook or heat them up. The last time I bought Johnsonville sausages, there was a zipper on the package, but they did away with that, so that's a little awkward. I don't know if I have any Ziploc bags. I'll have this bag once I put the mashed potatoes in the water. I'll be able to put the hot dogs in this bag. Okay, that'll be fine. That'll work. And then I'm going to shred up some Swiss cheese. I think, yeah, Swiss cheese will be good. And I'll add the Swiss cheese to the mashed potatoes after they're done cooking. There's my mashed potatoes with some grated cheese on top. I'm gonna mix it in, and I'm going to kill the heck out of it because I'm starving. It's about 2 o'clock. I'm gonna take a little bit of a break, and then I'll get hiking again. All right, it's 2:45, and I'm pushing north out of the shelter, Curly Knob shelter or whatever it's called. Heading. I don't know where. I'd like to get at least 4 more miles today. That'll give me an 8 for the day, which is, not bad. We'll see. If I do 4 more, that'll put me at Standing Indian Gap. I'm not sure if there's any tent spots there, but I'm sure I'll find someplace to set up a tent. Anyway, hello. It is about 4:15. I've got about 2 more miles to Indian Grave Gap, which would make 8 miles for the day. When I get there, obviously I'll push fast. I want to keep hiking until around 7. That's my goal for today. Hike till 7, and then sleep for 12 hours and get up and do it again tomorrow. I'm about 0.2 from Indian Grave Gap, and it's 6 o'clock. I'm starting to get tired, but I've hiked all day, so 8.5 miles, something like that. I'll see what I can't do about finding a place to camp. Hopefully there's someplace at this gap where I can set up my tent for the night. I'm pretty wiped out. I know I said I wanted to push on till 7, and that is definitely my plan going forward, but maybe not tonight. Alright, so April 1st, it's about 7:20. I just got my tent set up, obviously. I'm not camped in the best spot in the world. I'm like right next to a gravel road, like literally 15 feet from a gravel road. And it's not a closed road, so there could be people coming by in the middle of the night. But it is a Tuesday, so hopefully the drunks will have work tomorrow, so hopefully I have a quiet night. I did 9.4 miles today. I'm beat, really beat. I'm gonna make some food and pass out. And that's it. So just to show you how close to the road I am. Yeah, but I'm too exhausted to hike any further. So this is just gonna have to work. Alright, so I'm making these noodles that I got. They're fancy noodles. They're already partially hydrated, and which means they're heavy. But it also comes with a sauce packet and a topping packet. Unfortunately, it came in a bowl, and I don't remember. I didn't look to see how much water it requires, but we'll figure it out. Alright, I got my stove all set up. Filtered some water. It's right here. I'm going to put the water in the pot, get it boiling, and then add some jerky. I got a whole bag of jerky right here. Gonna add some jerky to the water before it boils. That way it'll start to rehydrate the jerky, and then I will put the noodles in the sauce packet, and the topping packet, and then eat. And if I'm still hungry, I'll have some more cheese. Alright, I put 3 pieces of jerky into the pot. Still has residue for my potatoes at lunch, but it'll just add more calories to my ramen. So add some water in there. That should be enough because the noodles, like I said, the noodles are already hydrated. And then I will take the lighter, turn on, make sure it's locked, okay. Turn on the lighter, turn on the stove. And I know you're not supposed to cook in your tent, but I'm too tired to move away, and there's not really anywhere to go because, again, the road is right over there. Hopefully nobody bothers me. I'm too exhausted to care. Well, I mean, not too exhausted to care. I'm too exhausted to move any further. Alright, so I got the noodle packet in there. It's starting to warm up. And then I will add the sauce and the toppings. Once it gets, you can kind of see the steam start rolling off the top. I'm going to put the lid on real quick to help that do its thing. Alright. We'll leave that for a couple more minutes to finish heating up, and then dinner time. Another car is coming. Yeah, wish I was further away from the road, but this is really the only spot I saw. So this contains sesame seed oil, which I bought to add to my food. I like sesame seed rather than olive oil because it has a very strong flavor. It adds good flavor to, instead of just adding fat, it also adds flavor to your food. So my noodles came together, and they're tasty. Don't know what this is. Oh, I forgot to put oil in there. Let me put a little oil in there but I'm gonna, yeah, they're tasty. They got good flavor. I don't know the brand, what brand it was. I don't remember. But yeah, they're good.